And joining us now is Taylor Huffman, a client portfolio manager at PT Asset Management. Taylor, thanks for being here. First, give us your reaction to today's jobs numbers.
Yeah, it was a really positive end to the week, right? So we started off going into the week with concerns around consumer confidence. We had real GDP fall 0.3% over the quarter. And then we ended on this bright note with the jobs report. So it was notable that, the number of hours worked, the participation rate grew, and obviously the unemployment rate fell. So it was a really bright end to the week.
And talk to us about what you're seeing in the stock market. What do today's numbers say to you?
Yeah, there's been a lot of volatility, right? I know you just had covered some major points of topics, right? We have tariffs, we have geopolitical risk with China, the headlines around NPR and Trump's executive orders. It leads to a lot of volatility. Nonetheless, the jobs report was certainly taken by stride by the equity market. We ended up again today. So we're just ending the note on a good note in terms of equities as well as the jobs report.
And from your perspective, looking at the Trump administration, 100 days in now, how is the economy looking as far as inflation, gas prices, and everyday essentials?
Mm-hmm. We had an updated inflation number this week. It still is coming up higher than the 2% target by the Federal Reserve, but it is starting to trend lower. It's starting to trend closer to that 2% number. So we're getting there, but certainly from the Fed's perspective, the job is not done yet.
And it might be hard to tell at this point, but what differences have you seen in this limited sample size between the Trump economy and the Biden economy? What can you tell us?
Yeah, every administration, it leaves behind fingerprints, and every administration inherits some type of influence, right? But if you consider, inflation is an easy one to pick on, that some of that is stemmed beyond the Biden administration, right? It goes back to the COVID-19 pandemic. I know people are sick of talking about COVID and inflation, but the reality is it still is driving it. So more to come for sure, but there is some influences from the prior administration and beyond.
More to come, as you say. What do you expect to see in the weeks and months ahead?
Yeah, folks are likely sick of hearing this word by now, but uncertainty continues to be the name of the game. Until we have a little bit more clarity on geopolitical relations with China. Time is ticking with this 90-day pause on Trump's tariff pause. And, how we get some clarity, and until then, until we have some cemented clarity on some of these larger drivers of volatility in markets, we're likely to see a little bit more volatility from here.
Well, we'll be paying attention. Taylor Huffman, a client portfolio manager at PT Asset Management. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Mark.